Hi, how's everyone? Thanks for coming back. Hello and welcome if you're new. Thanks for finding me. I swear I stutter badly. I sing even worse, but if you can vibe with a hot mess, you've found the right channel. Today we're doing the love reading with the fairies. This is using the Fairy Oracle deck by Brian Froud, and we're getting clarifiers with the Rider-Waite. Oh, shoot. All that time with no ads, and then bam. Let's try this again. Sorry about the interruption so quickly. Ugh. There we go. I hope it's not too loud. Oh, is that pretty? Okay, so we've got a card for person one in the connection, a card for person two in the connection, and then a card for the connection itself. So, person one, please remember that not all messages will resonate for all of you the same way. So, leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You are all at different points in the timelines. Also, everyone involved has free will. So, even though I may read something that is positive or negative, the choices that everyone gets to make are their own. So I can't account for that. Like I say, I can read the script, but I can't tell you which character you all individually play or where you choose to stand on the stage, whether you're involved observing or if you're a cross watcher. I can only read the energies. So person one, the fairy card that came out for them was the journeyman, and this is fool energy. See, he's he has an idea. He's got his little bubble on a stick, and he's taking that leap of faith off into the unknown. This is an energy of um, there's untested concepts, but somebody who's willing to learn. There's independence here, maybe some traveling. There's honing of skills, implementing what was learned in the previous cycle. The key with Fool energy is that the Fool goes forth from an old cycle into new opportunity but with no baggage. Okay, he only takes with him what he believes he will need, the basics. And in this energy, I feel they're coming into a new leap of faith with just the lessons that they learned, okay, but no baggage. I feel that this person one is jumping into a new arena of exploration of themselves. It's like um, this new adventure is them, right? The clarifiers that person one has here is the Page of Cups, someone sensitive, um, sincere, and eager. So this new venture is brand new with this page energy, untested, inexperienced, maybe a little bit. If this could be a new connection that they just decide to jump into, or this could be them jumping into some form of independence that they're not used to, but they are going into it very enthusiastically, um, with what's it called? With great faith in themselves and their endeavors. We have the Empress also, and that is a wonderful, mature energy of growth and dedication. There's also creativity here, devotion, loving, and productive. On top of that, we have the sun in reverse. Now, even in reverse, the sun is still a very wonderful, positive, sunshiny energy. In the reverse, it just means that there may be a little bit of a delay somewhere. Something is still positive and bright, but it's not perfect, right? There's still maybe some murkiness in the mix. nothing's going to be absolutely perfect. I think this person may be jumping forward. There may be a little bit of doubt here. It is jumping into the unknown, so there could be nervousness or anxiousness, but they're they're going into something with full full blossomed faith. Is that full blooming? I don't know how to describe it. It's just the heart is full of faith and um, enthusiasm for this. And even though, but I still feel like this little inner shiver of fear or doubt, but it's not going to impede them from this process. For person two, though, I feel a little bit more melancholy here. We've got the Piper card. This is like the satyr who wanders. I always think of Hosier when I see this card. There was this cute theory that Hosier was a satyr, the mythical satyr who wronged a wood nymph 1,000 years ago and is cursed to wander the earth singing songs of lament on how he broke her heart. And the other part of that theory is that the wood nymph was Florence Welch from Florence and the Machine, and she's the one wandering around singing songs of empowerment and look what you did to me and like stuff like that. But I get Hosier energy here, somebody wandering a little bit maybe in their mind. Remember, this is internal energy. Um, this is a card of trying to restructure, I heard, trying to get some kind of order in their own hearts, in their own minds, maybe in their own life. It's also this card of following their inner heart song. I often get I often get with this card that the connection or the other person in the connection, they're they're linked through music. So what they're showing me what they're showing me is somebody who gets a song stuck in their head, and it's because the other person in the connection may be listening to it or has heard it recently or was thinking about it. That's how this connection works. So this Piper, person number two, is kind of wandering around in their mind space and heart space, trying to listen for their inner heart song, trying to get that to guide them. And maybe the other person is hearing a little bit snippets of that music. Sometimes with the Piper, I also get that person too may be a musician or a composer, somebody who creates music. And when you go into that alpha state, that the brain waves where you are being creative, it's a meditative state. It actually raises your vibration, and you can receive spiritual downloads in that way. So perhaps they are linked in this way. For the clarifiers for the Piper, we've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. What this said to me initially when the card first dropped is, I don't have anything to reciprocate with right now. It could also be kind of maybe a selfish card, but I don't get that in this layout like this. But what it does say is that there is aid, help, or gifts, because it is the Six of Pentacles. It's a distribution of um, sharing, generosity, and charity. Okay, but in the reverse, oh, that's interesting because the middle card for the connection itself is a card of charity, generosity. This is the Six of Pentacles. Wow, we got it twice. But for person two, it's in the reverse. Let's go on because it does have kind of a negative connotation, but I don't get maliciousness here. We also have judgment in the reverse. Now, judgment is cycles, but it's an opportunity to reassess something and make a final decision. But when we get judgment in the reverse, it's talking about cycles coming back around that somebody hadn't put to rest. Because with judgment, it's the idea of reassessing something that you thought had been put to rest. You thought this had been um, been dead, but it's coming back around to be reassessed. So this Piper is looking at something that he thought maybe was already put to rest. This is repeating cycles because there may be something he did in the past that either resulted in or resulted from a poor judgment call. Then here we, on top of the Piper, we also have the Hermit in reverse. I do like the Hermit energy because it kind of mirrors the Piper following his own song. The Hermit energy is somebody who's trying to gain inner perspective by getting back in touch with his higher self. So he's going inward. The light in the lantern of the Hermit is the star. And the star does talk about guiding somebody out of something, through something, towards something. This also could be a card of being finding a mentor or a guide or teacher. But with it in the reverse, I feel like that guide, mentor, or teacher is this person going within, trying to follow their own guidance. In the reverse, the Hermit, so in the upright, the Hermit talks about solitude and introspection, and we definitely get that from the Piper with the look on his face. Very introspective, very not paying attention to other people, just kind of, the face is very contemplative, right? And so this person may not be currently speaking, or if they are in an active connection, somebody is very much internalizing a redirection. So since with the Hermit upright, it's solitude and introspection, but in the reverse, it's talking about coming out of that. It's a return to self. He's coming back to recognizing his own truth. I say his because it's the Piper, but I really do just mean person number 2. I'm not assigning gender to this at all. I'm not doing masculine and feminine for these anymore. It's just person 1 and person 2. And even though this Piper energy looks like a masculine on the card, fairy energy is very in flux. Gender means nothing, okay? Now, for the connection, it really is a beautiful energy to be in. There, we've got the Laum energy. Well, she's kind of naked. She's got a booty sticking out here. But this is 6 of Pentacles energy. This is the idea of giving with no expectation of reciprocation. But that doesn't mean it's not there. This isn't somebody giving and giving and giving and being a doormat. The energy is there for the reciprocation. It's not expected because it's kind of a given, okay? Not that it's taken for granted. It's just a given. This is the connection itself. So think of it like a cup with water in it that they both are pouring in. It's also going with the flow of energy, clear exchange of giving and receiving, charity, generosity, and balanced karma, giving without expectation, and letting the energy flow. Yeah, this is 6 of Pentacles energy, and we did get the 6 of Pentacles with the person 2, but it's in the reverse, which means that so the strings attached for the person 2, like I said, it says hidden motives too, but like I said, I don't get anything malicious here. I do get a feeling of self-protection, like but I also get a feeling of not having much to give in the first place right now. And what they would give, um it's not that they would expect to be paid back, but um how do I put this? They wouldn't be able to invest in something without the other person giving to them also. And like I said, this isn't anything selfish. It's just I heard it's just a fact of the situation that they're in right now, right? It's also a feeling of kind of, so like with the Hermit in reverse returning to the self, and with this Six of Pentacles in reverse, it's like this person too is not giving equally to anybody else because they're kind of trying to reinvest in themselves, right? So in the moment, person number two is like, I can invest in myself or I can give to you, but I can't do both right now. Not to you, they said to this. So somebody's in an energy of, I have to I have to come back to myself. I don't have anything extra to invest in a relationship because I have to rebuild myself. And if I did give something to a relationship, it would have to be, I would have to be able to get something back from it. Whereas the ideal of this connection would be that there is an open flow of it both ways, right? But somebody is blocked right now from that. They're not blocked from the connection, but they're blocked from the idea of being able to invest something um more in it. They're in it. Like, this connection is active. I think it's on pause because we do have where is that? So here we've got, with the connection, we've got the Laum, which is that Six of Pentacles, oh, giving. I heard, I don't care what you don't have. I have plenty. That's what I heard from person number one. Person number one is in Empress energy. That's all four queens combined. So there may be somebody who, I feel like person one might not be in a financially abundant place, but they are psychologically, emotionally, mentally in a very abundant and expressive place. But maybe they don't have the finances, right? Person number two may have finances, but they're trying to reconnect with themselves. The connection itself is open for the equal flow back and forth. We have the Five of Swords in the reverse. So Five of Swords upright is conflict. It's this is the idea that there's conflict, but somebody is putting an end to it, even though there's no winners here. There's an end to a conflict, but there's no winners. But coming out in the reverse, this is a energy of compromise and peace. In this energy, there are no losers. Okay? In the upright, there's no winners. It's just the end of the conflict. But in the reverse, there has been compromise. There has been discussion. There has been two hearts, two minds, two people expressing their needs and coming to a conclusion of how they can be equally addressed. In this case, there are no losers. We also have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy, movement, determined movement in a certain direction. It's like, okay, now that we decided this, we can get a move on. We also have the Five of Wands in the reverse, which is avoiding conflict. In the upright, It's arguing and rivalry and strife and look at that. It's just an all-out knockout brawl. But in the reverse, this is an end to all that. There is no conflict here in the connection itself. In the cup that holds the love, there's no conflict here. None. There is the opportunity for the open flow, like the Lam was saying, the energy flow is open to give and receive. There's no losers here. There's peace and compromise. There's determined movement, and there's avoiding conflict, a truce, and harmony in the connection. But still, person two is a little bit detached because they're doing some inner work. And they're investing a little bit in themselves. That's the motive. That's the hidden motive. Like I said, with this in the reverse, it gives kind of a negative connotation of that if I give, then you owe me. But I don't feel that. I feel mostly with this, it's I have to give. I can't give to the connection because I need to give I need to repair. I need to invest in self-repair. That's what I get. And then this other person too is open to receiving from the connection because it will help heal them. But in the moment, they don't have anything to reciprocate with that. Like, I feel like they can feel this energy flow, this connection can really benefit them. But because they are in a reduced state, they don't want to receive that beautiful healing energy, that give and take, that equality, and that compromise. They don't feel like they want to receive it because they can't reciprocate it. Meanwhile, person number one in Empress energy is saying, I don't give a fuck what you don't have. I have plenty for both of us. Okay? Especially in that emotional, mental wealth here. Because this is Empress energy over here with this Page of Cups. A little bit unsure, but very productive and very confident, very nurturing. It's like you give her a dying plant and a week later you've got fruit. So this is a person one is like, I don't give a fuck what you think you don't have. Just let me come to you, you know? Let me bring this to you. And the other person is like, I want to accept it because I know it'll help me, but I don't have anything to give back to you right now. And again, this is like going back and forth. What did Judgment talk about? Returning cycles. I don't have anything to give to you. I don't give a fuck. I've got enough for both of us. You know what I mean? And then the connection is like, it's open here, open flow, give and take. Let's do this. So let's get some love quotes between these two. I hope this is resonating. I hope the messages are reaching you for your highest good. If you are vibing with my content, please take a moment to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, share my videos. It all helps get my content seen. In the description, you'll find my email and donation links. I'm open for personal readings and birth chart inquiries. And for any small donation, I would love to do you a 3-card personal spread as a thank you. Email, Venmo, and Cash App are in the description. I appreciate any and all signal boost, feedback, or donation. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. All right, these two, let's get some conversation snippets here. What do you want to say to each other? I do feel that person one is very patient. They're being very patient. They're like, I see your worth. Your worth is a little bit in the reverse right now. You've got to invest in yourself, but I see your worth. I'm willing to help with that investment because it elevates the both of them. And I feel like person 2 is also kind of on a venture of self-discovery. They may have been in a situation before this where they weren't really given any clearance to explore their own needs and wants. I've got one that says, there's no remedy for love but to love more. I also have, let me kiss you one time and you will know my love for you. Aww. Let me kiss you just one time. Let me lay it on ya. Mwah. Give me a few more, please. I want to fight for you. Ooh. I like that. I want to wrap you in bubble wrap and pop them one by one with kisses. Oh my God. I'm blushing, y'all. I feel like that might be the feminine. She's in a little bit more stable energy here. I caught feelings and I wasn't prepared for how deep they were. Interesting. What else do we have here? I feel like that was for person number 2. Like they didn't expect it. And maybe that's like why they're having to do some inner contemplation, because I feel like with that judgment in reverse, this person almost feels like I don't want to go back to an old cycle again. Like I don't want the past to happen again. I don't want to make the same mistakes I made. I don't want to choose wrong again. And so that's like this internal, like this person kind of, I get them sitting alone, like with their hand on their chin, looking out the window. I don't want to make this mistake again. I don't want to make that mistake again. What about, I heard, what about me makes me make these dumb choices? Oh shoot, that's too many. Just give me a few. I'll do like half at a time here. So I'm sorry, I apparently also muttered to myself. No, not so many at a time, please. One at a time, or the top one. One at a time, or the top one. Oi! Thinking about you fogs up my glasses. Well, at least it's playful. I feel like that's that person 1, though. They're in a little bit nicer energy here. I want to leave you speechless. Ooh, I like that. Let's take the top one when we shuffle. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna marry you. I love it. 1, 2, 3. My love is unconditional. Ooh. Rest assured you're always in my thoughts. One more? We'll get that one. Oh, this is a song called You're Somebody Else by Flora Cash. It says, you were the better part of every bit of beating heart that I had, whatever I am. I love that. So that's what I have for the love connection this time. We've got somebody who is on a leap of faith. We've got somebody who's on a journey of returning to themselves. And the connection is good. There's an open flow. If the person 2 would be open to it. Whatever the connection is, it is pure, it is loving, it is healing. But I feel like person number 2 is a little bit not paying attention because they're kind of reinvesting in themselves at the moment. Do I want to get something for the future? Can we even? Let me see. If this doesn't work, then I'll... Let me see here. Can we get something for like the looking forward? How this connection will evolve in the coming weeks, please. Just get a look. We got the Emperor. Okay, Emperor energy. Structure, order. Yeah, see, that's what the Lum was talking, or the Piper was talking about, trying to get some order, structure. He's trying to come into Empress energy, Emperor energy, to be a match for the Empress card that we have here. We've got the Three of Swords, but oops, it's on the back side. So the Three of Swords on the front, this is the vice versa deck, is the heartbreak. It's the betrayal. It's some pain, some damage. But on the reverse, it's talking about grief and mourning, but there is a flower that is blooming behind it, and that means that the spirit endures. We also have the Two of Wands. Timing, a pause, and patience, but prosperity is in progress. I mean, it was there with the sun, prosperity and the Empress. So I feel like there's going to be a little bit of a stutter in the coming together of this connection, but both are aware of it or aware of their desire for it. So in the looking forward energy, we do have someone making the choice to go forward, but if there's a pause here and there's patience needed, that's fine. The Empress is in her patient energy. We also had the Lum, and she's very patient, but prosperity is in progress. I love it. So that's what I have for you. What do we have coming up tomorrow? We'll have the morning energy read and, Mercury going direct, finally. So we'll have a Mercury reading for the collective tomorrow. Thank you so much for sticking with me until I see you in the next reading. Okay, thanks. Bye.